Hello, my friend. I have a message for you from the universe. Yes, you specifically. And that thing that it wants me to tell you is to not give up. Do not give up. Do not give up. Do not give up. You are almost there. You are right on the verge of manifesting that goal that you are trying to achieve. You are right on the verge of getting that desire that you are looking for. It's almost here. You can almost grasp it. It's right there. But you just need to be a little bit more patient. You just need to wait a little bit longer. You know, I know that it might be difficult for you to understand that all this effort that you're putting in is going somewhere, because it might feel as if you're spinning your wheels. It might feel as if you're putting in a lot of effort for no yield. It might feel as if you're doing everything right and you're not getting anything out of it. Or at least that's what it seems like. That's what it feels like. But I'm here to tell you, it all counts. It's all working for you. That growth is occurring. I want you to be aware of the fact that just because your growth may seem as if it is unseen, it doesn't mean that it's not happening. You are growing. You're growing every single day, whether you are aware of it or not. You are getting closer to your goal. You're getting closer to achieving whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. That manifestation is almost here. It's just, it takes time. It takes time. You got to be patient. You know, the law of gestation states that there is a very set incubation period or a period of transformation for any sort of transformation of value to occur. If there is a transformation of value occurring, it takes time. Otherwise, it's not valuable. Time is valuable, right? You spend time. Time is something of value. And if you want a transformation to occur, if you want change to occur and you want it to be substantial, it is going to take time. And it also takes for you to nurture things in the correct way. It takes for you to do rightful action. It takes for you to do everything that needs to be done in order for something to nurture itself and come into fruition. I want to discuss with you this powerful imagery within nature that really demonstrates the idea of gestation. The idea of there being a transformative period in which something goes from lesser form to greater form. Bamboo plants, they grow in a very specific way. For 5 years underground, their growth goes completely unnoticed. Nobody knows that they're there. If you walk past a certain plot of land, you would have no idea that underneath there is a complex root system that is being formulated with a bamboo tree. For 5 years, it is reinforcing itself. It is strengthening itself underground, forming its roots, forming its foundation so that eventually it can grow. You might be thinking to yourself, 5 years? It takes 5 years to grow a tree? That's a long time. Yeah, it's a long time, but that is the incubation period. That is the set period that this particular thing needs to grow. That is the set period. That 5-year period is how long it takes for it to transmogrify itself into a bamboo tree. You know what I'm saying? Mother Nature is taking care of it and nurturing it. It's making sure that it gets all the proper nutrients. It's making sure that it gets all the rain. It's making sure that the soil is fertile. It's making sure that all the parameters are correct for it to grow within this incubation period. So for years and years, this complex root system is being developed. For 5 years straight, day after day, it's growing. Week after week, it's growing. Month after month, it's growing. Year after year, it's growing. For 5 years. For 5 years. And then in that 5th year, within 60 days, it shoots up to over 90 feet. Seemingly almost out of nowhere. You would think it was out of nowhere. You would think, right? You would think you walked past this plot of land, it was flat, there wasn't nothing there. You would think this tree just grew out of nowhere, but it was growing in silence, underground. It was growing. The whole entire time it was growing, whether it knew or not, whether you knew or not, it was growing. It was being nurtured. But it took time. It took time. It took time to reinforce its roots. It took time to build that complex root system. It took time to be nurtured. It took time to get everything that it needed to be able to experience that growth. It took time so that once it hit that 60-day period after that 5 years, that it could just shoot up. 5 years worth of growth in 60 days. I want you to think about that. 5 years worth of growth seen in 60 days. Now in 60 days it's visible. 90 feet is tall. That's tall. Everybody can see 90 feet. You looking up. That's tall. But you couldn't see it before because it was underground. You couldn't see it before because it was underneath. growing. It still needed to grow. It still needed to evolve. It still needed to get everything that it needed. It strengthened itself so that when it could turn 90 feet, it's strong. It ain't coming down. It ain't falling down. You might be experiencing bamboo growth right now. You might not know that you're growing. You might not know. But it's happening. Day after day, you are growing. Week after week, your dream is getting closer. Month after month, you're getting ready to manifest that thing. Year after year, you're almost there. You are right on the verge of getting whatever it is that you're looking for. But don't give up. And don't stop nurturing your dream. Don't stop doing that rightful action. Don't stop doing everything that needs to be done in order for you to get what you need to get. Go through that incubation period. You are gestating. You are adhering to the law of gestation. It is law. You gotta take that time. You gotta wait. You gotta be patient. It's happening. It's occurring. Slow motion better than no motion. It might seem as if ain't nothing happening, but it's happening. It's underground, baby. It is happening. You are getting ready to experience it. That growth is right there. It's right around the corner. But don't give up. Don't give up. It's almost there. You gonna get it. I want you to understand that we are all capable of great change. We are all capable of bringing our dreams into a reality. We are all capable of manifesting the desired existence that we want. We're capable of becoming who we want to be. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we're all merely vessels through which transformation can take place. An egg is not guaranteed to become a baby chick. An acorn is not guaranteed to become a tree. It is merely a vessel through which transformation can take place. But that transformation only takes place through nurturing those things, you know, doing all the rightful action to make sure that it comes into fruition. That you can't just expect an egg to just turn into a baby chick. You got to warm it. You know what I'm saying? It has to be incubated. You can't expect for an acorn to just turn into a tree. You got to plant it. You got to water it. You got to keep watering it. You got to give it the sunlight. You got to continue watering it until it sprouts, until it grows little leaves. And then that leaves eventually will turn into a stub. And then that stub turns into a stump. And then that stump turns into, you know, some twigs until it turns into a tree. It's a process. It's a process. It is an incubation period. You know what I'm saying? Every single stage is just as important and just as essential as the last portion. You can't skip it. You can't skip no stages. You are a vessel through which transformation can take place through, but you got to go through all them stages of growth. You can't skip it. And you can't stop nurturing it. You can't stop doing what you know you need to do in order to get that thing to happen. If you stop, you don't grow. If you give up, you'll never see that thing. You'll never become that tree. You'll never become that chick. You'll never hatch. You'll never see your dreams hatch. You'll never see your goals hatch. You'll never see the thing that you want to manifest come into this life if you don't do that rightful action. But you also got to let it take time. It's going to take some time, man. It ain't going to happen in an instant. It ain't going to happen overnight. It takes time. So don't give up. Don't give up. Continue to do that rightful action. You will never see your dreams come true if you give up on them. You will never see yourself become who you want to become if you give up on yourself. You'll never get there if you stop going, if you stop moving. But you got to keep moving. You got to keep allowing yourself to take that time to grow. Keep on trusting the process. Keep on doing what you're doing. It's working. It may not feel like it's working. You may not feel like you're growing. You may not feel like you're seeing any progress, but progress is being made. The law of gestation, it dictates that there is a set incubation period. There is a set period of time for a transformation of value. If you want your transformation to be valuable, it's going to take time. It takes time, little baby. It takes time, little baby. It takes time. You know what I mean? If you look at a caterpillar turning into a butterfly, it takes time. It's got to get in that cocoon. It's got to go through all these little transformations, all these little, things happening here and things happening there. And it's such a wild concept of this slithering little worm looking thing to turn into a beautiful butterfly. It's got wings. It can fly now. It ain't have no wings. Now it got wings. Now it can fly. It had to transform. It had to transmogrify. You know what I'm saying? But that incubation period was set. It needed to be sitting inside that cocoon for X amount of weeks. You can't rush the process. You know what I'm saying? You trust the process. Even if it seems as if you're not getting any progress, you trust the process and you will see that progress. Trust the process. Keep doing everything you know you need to do. Your incubation period is set, and that's set for every different person in every different way. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's incubation period could be a couple days. For some people, it could be a couple months. For some people, it could be a couple years. For some people, it could be a couple decades. You know what I mean? Whatever your dream is, whatever this thing is that you're trying to manifest, I'm not going to tell you it's going to happen instantly or give you a set time. That's between you and the universe. I don't know how long it's going to take for you. But don't give up. Don't give up. You are almost there. You're right on the verge of it. You're right on the verge of seeing this thing. Continue doing that rightful action. Continue nurturing your plant. Continue letting your roots become complex. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's almost there, baby. It's almost there. It takes time, little baby. You just got to let it take that time. Do not give up. Look, you might be in your cocoon right now. You might be going through that stage of being in a cocoon, getting ready to transform into a butterfly, getting ready to get your wings. But you might not know it. You might not be aware you're in the cocoon. You might think you're still a caterpillar slithering around. You might still think that you're in this lesser form, but you're getting ready to get into a higher form, a higher nature. You're getting ready to transform and transmogrify into a better version of yourself. You're on the verge of being that. But you got to be in that cocoon first. You got to give it that time. You might not be aware that you're in the cocoon, but you're in it. And you're almost a butterfly. You're almost ready to take flight. You're almost ready to continue moving on in a different form. But you got to allow yourself to get there. You got to nurture it. You know what I'm saying? You got to nurture your own growth. You got to allow it to take that time. You are building your strength. You are reinforcing. You go to the gym, you don't grow muscle overnight. You got to keep on doing that action. You got to keep showing up. You got to keep on coming back every time and working out and challenging your muscles until eventually they will grow. But you trust the process. That transformation don't occur overnight. You got to take that time. If you look at a baby in utero, right? A baby in utero goes through all these different stages to be able to be born. First, the egg has to get fertilized, and then it turns into an embryo. And then there's all these different stages, week after week, where the baby is growing in utero. Every single week, it's a brand new stage of life, a brand new stage of transformation that is occurring to bring life into this world. Every stage is just as essential and just as important as the last stage. You got to go through each and every single stage in order to get that baby. And that takes time. This is a transformation of great value. It takes time. You can't have a baby in 1 week. It's a lot of weeks. There's a lot of time that has to pass by. In every single stage, this baby needs to be nurtured. It needs to be cared for. All the rightful action needs to be taking place. You got to take them vitamins. You got to eat right. You got to be drinking your water. You got to make sure you're getting your sleep. You got to make sure you're resting. You know what I'm saying? Mama don't get to just do whatever. You want that healthy baby? You got to nurture it. You want that healthy dream? You got to nurture it. You know what I'm saying? And every single stage along the way is just as important as the last. It's essential. It's essential. You can't skip nothing. If you want it to be what you want it to be, it's got to take time, and it's got to be in nurtured. It's got to have all the rightful action applied to it. Don't give up. Don't give up. You are right on the verge. You're almost there. I promise you. I promise you. You're like right there. Your goal, it's almost meeting with you. It's almost touching you. You can almost grasp it. Just don't give up. Just don't give up. Don't give up. I believe in you. I believe in your goal. I believe in your dream. I believe that you are going to get whatever it is that you're looking for. I believe. Do you believe? Because if you don't have any faith, it ain't gonna happen. If you don't have any faith in what you're doing, if you don't have that emotional conviction to be able to look at this dream, look at this goal and know I am doing the right thing, even if I don't see the results right now, even if it seems as if I'm frustrated, and even though it seems like nothing's happening and I can't see it, something's happening underground, something's happening underneath. I'm experiencing bamboo growth. I might take my 5 years, but after them 5 years and 60 days, I'm shooting up, baby. It's going to take a little bit of time, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's going to be 5 years for you. Don't get too specific, but it is going to take time, whatever that amount of time is for you. Let it take that time. Let it reinforce. And then experience your growth. Let your growth just shoot up. It'll be visible. Everybody can see it. Everybody will know. But most importantly, you will know. It'll be apparent. You will see your growth. You're growing every single day. You're growing every single week. You're growing every single month. You're growing every single year. It's not just the time. It's the time combined with rightful action. It's the time combined with doing everything that nurtures it to make sure that it comes to be. That growth can be stunted if you're not doing what you need to do to keep something growing. You know what I'm saying? If you don't follow the process, if you don't trust the process, if you don't follow what needs to be done in order to keep something growing, it won't grow. Believe in yourself. Believe that this is happening. If you want to look at it in terms of alchemy, right? If you're anybody who watches Full Metal Alchemist, if you want to look at it in terms of alchemy, the law of gestation is the period in between where alchemy is occurring. There's deconstruction and there's reconstruction of matter. And in the period in between in which that deconstruction is being reconstructed, that is the law of gestation. That is the gestation period. That is the incubation period. It is a transformation of one state to another state. It's that time in between that would turn lead into gold. You want to turn lead into gold, it's going to take time. Any transformation of value will take time. I just want you to recognize your greatness. I want you to recognize that you have the potential. I want you to recognize that anything that you want in this world, you can achieve. Anything that you want in this world, you can bring it into your reality. You can bring it into your existence, but it will take time to get there. It's going to take a minute for it to get to you. Look, I love ordering packages online. I love to order all sorts of things online. But guess what? When you order something online, it's going to take a minute for it to get to you. You placed your order. You placed your order for exactly what it was that you wanted. But it doesn't come tomorrow. Look, even if it's Amazon, sometimes it's going to come a little late. Sometimes it's going to come a little bit later than you expected. But it's coming. It's on its way. You placed your order. You paid for it. You get what I'm saying? You paid for it. This thing that you're trying to manifest, this thing you're trying to bring into this world, you paid for it. You paid tribute. You've contributed. You've put your time, your effort, your energy, your spiritual currency behind it. You have paid for it. Now you just need to wait. Don't expect for it to come immediately. Sometimes it's going to take a little time. Sometimes it's delayed. Sometimes it's backed up. But sometimes it's backed up for a reason. And I'm not here to tell you what that reason might be because I don't know. Again, that's between you and the universe. But you can expect to receive it. It is almost here. Just don't give up. Just wait on it. You paid for it already. You already put your time in. Time is valuable. You already put your time in. It's on its way. You're going to get it. Allow the law of gestation to take its place. Allow that transformation to take its place. Allow yourself to become that vessel through which a great transformation of value can occur. Let it take its time. I know that I'm speaking to somebody today. I know that I'm speaking to someone. I know it's you. I don't know you. I don't know who you are, but I'm speaking to you. I know that I'm speaking to you. I am allowing the universe to speak through me to you to let you know to not give up. Don't give up. Like, it's right there. You can see it. You can feel it. You're right there. You're about to get it. Just don't give up. But hey, that's all I really wanted to say to you today. I hope that this message finds you well. I hope that this really encourages you to make sure that you don't give up on your dream, or you don't give up on your goal or your aspiration. You don't give up on that thing you're trying to manifest, because it is right around the corner. trust the process, you know, just trust the process. Just trust that you're doing everything right. Just trust that you're putting your spiritual currency in the right place. You know, even if it seems as if you don't see progress, trust the process. That is the main thing I want to get through to you, to just not give up. Just don't give up. You're almost there. I promise you're almost there. I see it for you. And I want you to share it with me. I want you to tell me about it. The second that you achieve your bamboo growth, the second that you get that 60 days of 90 feet growth, where everything just shoots up for you, it's just an immediate, you know, all of a sudden it's all visible, the fruits of your labor. You see 5 years worth of growth in 60 days. I want you to tell me about it. Talk to me about it in the comments. Let me know about that thing being manifested. Let me know about that thing coming into this universe, coming into this existence, coming into this reality. Let me know about your bamboo growth, because I know you're getting ready to experience it. I know you're getting ready to feel it. I feel it for you, and I'm happy for you. I am ecstatic for you. I couldn't be happier. You know what I mean? I love seeing you win. I love seeing you win. I don't know if anybody else has ever told you that before, but I do. I love seeing you win. Keep winning, baby. But it takes time. It takes time, little baby. You know what I'm saying? It takes time. So just keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on trusting the process. Keep on doing that rightful action. You're going to see it. It is going to shoot up out the ground, out of nowhere. All that work, all that effort, 5 years worth of growth in 60 days. Metaphorically speaking, don't take this too literally. I'm just saying, you know, but look, I really want to thank you for tuning in. I really want to thank you for participating. I just can't wait to hear about your experience. I can't wait to hear about the thing that's coming into your life. But thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate you, because you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. So much love, and I hope to see you in the next one. All right, peace.